Guys, let few more people join if they are, and then we'll start. Hello guys. So can we start the session? Today's session. You guys had your breakfast?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So today we will be starting with heredity, DNA and genes. Yesterday we saw a few bit about all these things, right? So today we'll see what are these in depth.
Hi guys, I'm Kavya. Nice to see you all. Can we start today's session?
Yes.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you guys see our screen?
No, no. Yes, yes.
Yes.
So let's start. So what is heredity? Have any one of you heard about it?
No.
No.
Okay. Let's see what it is. So what does heredity means? It refers to the passing of traits or characteristics from parent to the child. So let's see this by this example. So can you see two children here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So see, they have different. They have so many differences, right? Their hair texture. One is straight hair. Other has a curly hair. One has their hair colors are different, right? One has brown hair. One has black hair. Their heights are different. One is tall. The other one is short.
Ma'am, difference in skin color.
Skin color is also a difference, but you can see other differences, right?
We learned what causes skin color yesterday, right? What is the pigment? Do you guys remember?
Melanin.
Yeah. Good.
So the amount of melanin that is present in the cells also depends on, it passes from one generation to the other generation.
You guys have observed, like your characteristics, some of your features might be similar to your parents. Like your relatives might say, "Na, you look similar to your father. You look similar to your mother." Have you heard those things?
Yes, many times.
Yeah. So what is that? Why they are saying like that? Because of heredity. That is, some characteristics of the parent will be passed on to the children.
Oh.
Sometimes your mother is straight. Excuse me.
Mom, is that like DNA and stuff?
Yeah, correct. So DNA, everything is involved in that. We'll get into that later. So basics is heredity. Sometimes your mother has a straight hair, you will be having a straight hair, or your father has a curly hair, you will be having a curly hair, something like that. So that is heredity. That is something we don't know. Something is there which in your parents that is transferred to you also. Okay.
Is it clear, guys? The concept of heredity?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is heredity. That is the passing of traits or some characteristics from one parent to the child. So the two children that you see on the screen, right? The two children that you see on the screen, they also got some characteristics from their parents. Okay.
So all of us have some characters that resembles our parents. You can even have some characters that resembles your grandparents, right? Have you ever felt that you look like or you behave like you have some traits that are similar to your grandparents? Has your mom or dad
Yes,
ever told you that?
so that I look like my grandfather.
Ah, exactly. So you might have also seen some people who had very same. You know, the mother when she was a kid and when this girl is a kid, they have like striking similarity. Have you guys ever seen such pictures of, your mom
Yes,
when
ma'am.
she
Yes, ma'am. My
Yeah.
sister and I
Yes.
was very similar when we were child.
Yeah.
exactly. So why do you think like it's all because of this?
After 10 years also, because I'm 10 years old and she's 1 year old, but she look exactly similar.
And
Yeah.
these are some examples that you see around you, right? So it is
Yeah.
all because of this hereditary. So this heredity means there are some traits, it can be physical appearance, it can be eating behavior, it can be
Or,
something you like or dislike.
or sometimes it can be diseases also. We might have heard that your parents have this disease, so you might also have this disease. That you might tend to have this disease. So diseases can also be inherited.
So if this concept is clear, we'll go to next slide to
Yes.
dive more into heredity.
Yeah. Great. Huh. So these are some of the traits that can be inherited. So do you know dimples? Have you seen that? Some of you might be having that. You know what a dimple is?
Yes.
Yes.
Does anyone of you have dimples? Okay, let's check that actually. You know, you guys are in your computer, right? So can you go to this link?
www.menti.com.
Okay.
Just search it.
Okay.
You search it, they'll ask you a code, right in the top. Can you see it?
www.com.
Menti.com.
It is asking a code.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for the dimples, there is a 8-number code, right?
Yes.
So just type it and give your opinions. Like you have dimples or not. Just smile in front of a mirror.
But
And
what is the code?
That is shown on the screen. 30802680.
Uh,
you all know whether you have dimples or not. Have you ever smiled and see?
uh, no.
Go to your mirror, check if you have dimples. And
Means easily we means I have never noticed only.
exactly. So these are few things that you should notice, right?
Yeah.
So did you type it?
Dimples, no.
Did you guys check?
Actually, where I'm sitting now, that place right side only there is a mirror, so I immediately checked.
Ah, great. So um, let's see who all has dimples. See, we can see the response here. Oh, so nobody has dimples. It seems right.
Very rare thing, I guess. It's a very rare trait. Did all of you fill?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to next trait. Have you ever observed your eye color?
Yes, sometimes it looks black, sometimes it looks brown.
Okay, so can you type your eye color next?
Okay.
The second link I'll show you. Can you see?
Take www.menti.com, then type this link.
Mm-hmm. 2 8 910.
Hi, Jibino. So we are doing a small activity.
Okay.
So we are doing a small activity. So can you, do you have dimples when you smile?
No.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So
Yes,
now
ma'am.
Oh, you have. Nice.
that's really cool. 1 out of 15, 16 people have
Ma'am, in
dimples.
the eye color, there are three boxes. What should we enter there?
Whatever eye color you have.
Ma'am, but there are three boxes. First one says enter a word, and the rest two says enter another word.
1 second. Just type whatever color you have in that, Vijaya. Just observe and type and leave it.
Ma'am, should I fill my eye color in all the three boxes?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
fill
ask
it, fill it, fill it, fill it. All three. So can we see how many different colors of eyes you all have? I think we got a lot of answers. Let's see.
Actually, the rare ones are like blue and green.
Yes.
Very rare.
So some have that much black. Some people have white and all.
Means their eyeballs white. Their eyeballs are white.
Not white. They don't have that much brown or black pigment.
Like they're light black or like
Exactly. Wow, cute. Who wrote cute?
Cute fathers also black.
Ah, dark brown.
Wait, isn't there an eye condition where one eye has two different colors?
Heterochromia. Yes. That is also a condition of heredity.
Ma'am, but everyone in my family I have black eye color.
Oh, that's nice. But you might also have variations.
Mine too.
Ma'am, in our colony there is a cat with one eye green and one eye. Yes, yes.
Oh,
Is it? It's called heterochromia, I think.
yes, heterochromia.
Actually, I search on the web. Here are like some one eye is brown or a little bit reddish, and one is blue.
For you, not it?
No. Means I search on web.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes,
Means
so
it looks little bit of weird.
it's beautiful, right? In a sense.
Yeah, but we have the like you can say adat that only seeing one eye color in both eyes.
Yes, it's different.
Yeah.
But all of us are different in some sense, right?
Yes.
So some people have written brown, some people have written black. Do all of you have same color as your parents? Or is there anyone who has different color? You guys have never asked or observed your parents' eye color, right?
Ma'am, but one student in my class has brown eye color and hair color when both her parents have black.
Yeah. So such things also happen.
Actually, no one has black eyes. They have the pure dark brown eyes.
No, some people
Just
also
in
have.
a video. Just in a video that nobody has black eyes or very dark brown eyes. That looks black.
Oh, that's used for us also. They have different colors, different shades.
I have seen that some people change their eye colors.
That is because of lens. You have
In
you.
films, we might have this.
What color vampire has?
I think so red.
Red.
All of them.
Doesn't albinistic people which have no pigment in skin and have red eyes when exposed to sunlight?
Yes.
I'm not sure about
We're
that.
not sure about it, but we'll
It's
check out.
because of blood.
Yeah, might be the reason. But
You
is
could
it
see blood through the eyes.
algorithm? Uh, melanin
Is this a Jamboard?
Not exactly. It's like it showcases whatever answers you have written in a very creative format.
Uh,
It is a great website.
It's
So
cool.
can we go to the next
yes.
Yes.
thing? It's very fun. I don't think you might have known it. Do you know right above left and right above left thumb and left above right thumb concept?
What did you say?
Okay. So you have your hands, right?
Can you
Yes.
see?
Yeah.
So very casually clasp it. Okay. And now observe whether your left thumb is above right or right thumb is above left.
Left.
Means
Left. My right thumb is above the left.
Your right thumb is above the left. For me, my left thumb is above the right.
I can do both.
No,
We can.
it has to be an unconscious thing that you have to do. You
Then
just
left.
plan it.
Left. Then left.
Left above right, right?
Three.
What about others?
Same.
right above left.
Right above. I have left above right.
Left
Everyone
above right.
has left above right. So can you guys fill in your answers? Again, go and we'll see how different answers we get. How many different answers we get.
Mine is right above left.
Right above left, I think so. A little bit rare.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
exactly.
Maximum
Right above
they
left is
can
rare.
have.
Nice. There are a lot of rare traits here. So these are the few traits that we can really observe around us, which are passed on. So when you say left above right or right above left, your grandparents, your parents have the same trait. They have the same trait. So today you can go home and ask them to clasp their hands and check who has it.
Yeah.
So did you type it in?
Ma'am, we did the same activity, the hand clasping in our class also, and most of them got right above the left.
Oh.
That's
Nice.
nice. Okay. Okay, so I would come on the left thumb above right, okay? I'll join you guys. Kavya, what is yours?
Mine is left above right.
Both of us are same.
So we can see what their answers.
Yeah. Can you see?
My mother's is left above right, but mine is right above left.
Yeah.
Have you checked your fathers or your grandparents? You can check that. You might find some similarity. So, now you guys know, right? There are some traits which are really passed on and they are different. Right? There are like 2-3 characters, same characters which same trait which has like different versions of it. So, clasping of hand, it has left above right and right above left version. Right? Dimples means it is there, it is not there. So, there are like 2 different versions of these characters. Can you guys see? Guys, are we audible?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Yes.
there's the third type which you put your both thumbs on the top.
What, Eric?
Our activity is to clasp it. Like,
Who asked actually? What is it,
Not
Eric?
to clasp your hands by putting your both thumbs and you clasp
Like this?
like this.
In our class, there were one child which have blue eye color.
Oh, it's rare.
so you
And
have
his
seen
hairs
so
were
many
a
different
little bit
varieties.
of brown, not brown, like skin and all.
Can all of you roll your tongue? That's another
Yes,
trait
ma'am.
that All of you?
Yeah, what?
Hold the tongue inside your mouth.
How?
You have your tongue, right? You roll it. So you fold it. Can you do? Hello? Ah. Ready, guys? There are few people who can't, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
All of you roll. No.
Done.
That is
I
also.
can.
So these are certain traits that you can observe about it.
So the basic thing is there are so many variations. Like you may look similar to your parents, but you are not exactly similar, right? So you have seen different people. You have seen in your class, in your home, your relatives, on road. You have seen so many people. None of them look same. So that is the main thing that we have to observe. So everybody is different. So there are there is something that determines this, right? Everybody,
DNA.
yeah, DNA.
When you are born, you get half of your parents' DNA, right?
Yeah, that is one of the thing. Then your siblings should be similar, right? You should be similar to your sibling, but it is not. So there are so many things, like so many changes are happening while you are born. Then while growing also there are so many changes which makes each and every one of us unique. As he told, it is DNA, chromosome. There are so many things. There can be changes in DNA. There can be mistakes in DNA. All these can lead to us being different. Okay.
So can we move to the next section? Are you guys clear with heredity and these passed on traits?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So what causes the traits to be passed on from parent to child, or what is the responsible for these different traits? So as we discussed, it can be DNA, chromosome, so many things. So we can see what this chromosome is or what is DNA. Okay. So
Do you guys remember we studied nucleus yesterday, right? In cell organelles.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Bhartish, you raised your hand. You want to say something?
Oh yes. So what is my traits? I'm hearing first time.
Okay. They are same meaning has characteristics or like
Oh, characteristics.
yeah, say it can be like visible features or it can be even in behavior, something that is expressed.
Oh.
like eye color is a trait, hair color is a trait, hair texture is a trait.
Height, like when your parents are tall, you might be tall. So those heights traits are traits.
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember what you studied yesterday about nucleus, about the cell city and all you guys studied, right?
So in that, whoever saw this AR thing, you saw this X-shaped things, right? Inside the nucleus. Do you remember? We were seeing
Those are
Yes, it
chromosomes.
was about.
exactly. So these chromosomes are something that are responsible for these traits being passed on from parents to children. Is it clear for everyone? So what is inside the nucleus?
Yes.
It is
Chromosome.
Chromosome.
Yeah. So you know what is a nucleus? Nucleus is in the center of the cell, right? So inside the nucleus there are chromosomes. Now what are chromosomes?
so. What do you think chromosomes are? You
They are
just know
egg-shaped things that carry millions and trillions of DNA inside. They're
Yeah.
basically like a hull.
who answered this? Jimmy Winner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Others.
Chromosomes have millions of DNA. That's what you said, right?
Yeah, and they act like a box
Okay. So
inside a box.
let's see if that's what it is. So there is
Others, anybody have any idea of what a chromosome can be?
No, I'm only hearing for first time.
Oh, it's completely fine.
Yeah, they are thread-like structures in a eukaryotic cell.
Yes,
they are also present in prokaryotic cells.
Yeah, some of them.
It is present in all the
All.
cells. So it is like the
All.
basic information.
In all living things it is present.
Yes.
Ah.
So it is present in all the cells.
Isn't that yellow thing inside the nucleus the nucleosis
Yeah.
that creates RNA from DNA?
That doesn't create DNA, RNA from DNA.
No, I said creates RNA.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
create RNA from DNA.
That's what I'm saying.
It does not. The yellow color thing does not create DNA, RNA from DNA. Like, that's not its function as such. We'll come about it. We'll explain you how things go. Okay? Patience. Come on. So
Chromosomes. So what are chromosomes? Just a definition we can see. Chromosomes are
Creates a
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, when the cell is like ready to divide into two cells, there is the chromatin. It condenses to form like a thicker and thread-like structure, and those are what known as chromosomes.
yeah.
do you know where does DNA come here? Better?
On the cells of chromosomes.
Okay, so we'll get into it.
Vision, hereditary variation, mutation, repair, and regeneration. Are there like little things on the top and bottom of chromosomes called telomeres,
Yeah.
which fix the DNA?
Fix DNA.
Yeah. Like if there's any problem with it, they fix it. Telomeres.
Ma'am, means they're
I
asking
think
about
DNA come from the nucleus, the cell nucleus.
What is it, Devrata?
Ma'am, the DNA comes from the nucleus of
What
the
is
cell.
the difference between chromosome and DNA?
Ma'am,
We'll come into it, guys. We'll explain to you what is the difference, how is it different, and is it even different? So let's continue with the class.
So what are chromosomes? They are just thread-like structures present in the nucleus of eukaryotic cells.
Also
Then-
prokaryotic cells.
Yeah, which carries genetic information from one generation to another. So we taught about characters, traits, right? So these are the chromosomes are the things that pass the information from your parent to the offspring. Now they play a vital role in cell division, heredity, variation, mutation, repair, and regeneration. So these are these chromosomes when the cells divide, right? When the cells divide, as you told, the cells divide, the chromosomes will be passed on from the parent to the offspring.
You guys know cell division, right? One cell divides into two.
Yeah.
All of you?
Yes?
All of you know what cell division is?
No.
Okay. So there is a cell. Okay. So how our population, human population increases? That's mother, father, and mother and father will give rise to a child, right? Similarly, in case of a cell, these cells divide. So one cell will split into two. The other cell will split into two. So in second generation, we'll get 4 cells.
Oh.
So in that sense, they would multiply. So that is what cell division is. Then that is
So
how.
means they will grown up again and they will again reproduce.
Yes, exactly. So you have one big cell, they'll divide into 2, and this cell would again divide into 2, and this cell will again divide into 2. So now you have 4 cells.
Yeah.
So each of these 4 cells would again divide into 2. So now you have how many cells? If 4 cells, 8 cells. So imagine how fast they multiply.
8 into 60.
8 into again 2, 16. 16 into again 2, 32.
32 times 32, 126.
32 into 2, 4.
64.
The kids can divide, can go.
So it goes on and on and on and on and on. So that's how a cell divides, and that's how it increases its population. How do we increase our population? Our parents give birth to us,
And
and
by reproduction.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we increase our population by reproduction, right? So these cells, single cell, has something called cell division, where they divide. So all the components which are there in one cell is equally divided into both the two cells that it is giving rise to. Okay, so if there is one nucleus, that one nucleus would be split into two nucleus. If there is one Golgi, it would be split into two Golgi. One mitochondria into two mitochondria. So it's called replication. Replicate. Do you guys know the word replicate?
No.
It's like
Make it exact copy of the thing.
Oh, replication.
yes, or duplicate.
Or replica.
Exactly, replica. So they make exact replica of whatever is there into two copies.
So in our case, what happens is one cell from the father and one cell from the mother comes and it merges. And it will produce a one cell. And that cell will divide, as we said now, that cell will divide and divide and divide. And that's how we are there. Because we have millions and trillions of cells in our body, right? We have cells in our body.
Don't we have 32 trillion of them?
Yeah,
We have lots
Lots
more
of
actually.
lots
But
of cells.
what is after trillion? Any guess?
Zillion maybe?
Huh?
Zillion?
What trillion? After trillion?
I think quadrillion.
You are asking me in numbers, or you're asking me after 32 trillion cells, what do we have? Or something like that.
Means there is like billion, then trillion, then after what that?
I think quadrillion.
Quadrillion and
Quintillion.
Yeah.
zillion. I think I know the end is zillion. Something. Yes.
And is
Zillion. Is it ILLION?
Lillian.
No, zillion. Trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, septillion, octillion,
it can go on.
nonillion, and then zillion.
Yeah, so what is the basic thing here is one cell from the father and one cell from the mother give rise to a one cell that will divide, and that is creating us.
Is this concept clear, guys? So that is a cell from parent, your mother. That's a cell from your father, and those two cells would merge, and they would give rise to one cell.
So we were initially just a one single cell. Now we have so many cells. Initially we were just one cell, and that divided and became these one cells.
Isn't that a cell called egg? That
Yes.
one cell.
One cell from the mother is called the egg. The egg. Yeah.
So the one cell
Cell from the father is called sperm cell.
Yeah.
Sperm cell.
Exactly.
and the one in
The one cell that merges and forms a zygote.
we call it zygote. ZYGOTE. So that is like the initial all the chromosomes that we have, and it will again divide, and it will give rise to our whole human body.
Isn't there like a medical condition where first they try to divide but they can't, so they just create two clumped cell, like it's joined, creating a conjoined twin.
Yeah, it can happen. There are so many. A slight mistake in this can lead to so many diseases. So there are a lot of like twins, like so many things can happen.
You know, in
with a
most
small
cases,
mistake.
we don't even know, because we will know only if the baby is born, right? That whether it has any defect or it has any trouble. But in most cases, it will not even lead to formation of a proper baby because of these defects. So, chromosomes are very important. The number of chromosomes, what are inside it, the proper, we talked about DNA, right, yesterday? And the information.
Yes.
So, those informations being proper, everything matters a lot when a baby is born.
I have heard that from DNA only 15 to 20% is only means like useful. The rest of them all are just like space.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, even though the 75% that you told, no, that are useless, it all in some or the other way it is contributing something. It's not just a waste.
Inside our body, nothing is waste.
Like initially, scientists also thought that that percentage of DNA was waste, and they called it junk, like waste DNA. But it's not. It is useful in some way or the other.
But how?
Like so many ways, like because the 15% you told, no, which is useful, actually it's not 15 and some other percentage, but the 15% that you told, for it to function properly, the other 75% or 85% should also function.
But how? Means in which manner?
Okay, so you have all these variations, right, in a human body. So you are some way or the other different from your sibling.
Yeah.
So there are few sections. What happens when the zygote is formed? These chromosomes kind of, mix up. They jumble around. They exchange their trait or their section. So information is there. So suppose A.
So they shuffle.
So you have A, B, C. Okay.
Yeah.
You have A, junk DNA, B, and C. Okay, that's how your information is. Okay. So now when you shuffle, it becomes A, B, the junk DNA, and C. And this has an entirely different trait.
CBA.
A, B, junk DNA, C.
Something can be inserted between B and C.
That need not even function. But just because of its presence, it will change the entire property of that particular information. Do you get it?
The others.
Bhartish? Okay. Guys, is it a lot? Do you guys understand?
Like some of you
Yes.
may not know what chromosome is, some may not know what the DNA is. So for them, is it clear? Because because you study in different classes in different schools, and it's absolutely fine that some may not know about these things. So are you guys also clear about this?
Bhartish, was it clear before? Why do these junk DNAs are helpful? Hello?
You're muted. Like,
Yes.
Was it clear? Like you asked, right? How does this remaining 75% DNA help us? It's not clear.
Wait, actually, someone knocked to give me apple, so I want to off my camera, but I mistakenly leave only.
Okay, that's right. So you have this information, right, in the DNA.
so chromosome has information that you got from the parent. Okay.
And you have your own changes. So whatever you got from your parents, the cell, what does it try to do? It will shuffle them.
No.
If you have an information A, and there is some junk DNA, B, C, junk information, D and C. What happens after shuffling is that A, B, then the junk DNA and C.
Oh.
Just the presence of this junk DNA at different positions can change the entire feature of that particular information.
Oh.
Sometimes it may not work. Sometimes it will work more. Sometimes it will work less. So it matters. Everything matters here.
And guys, just to tell you, there are two things in this world that are like so mysterious and it can never end. One is space, one is human body.
Oh, face.
Space.
Space, the explanation can go on and on, right? One is space and one is human body. So it's never that we know a lot. We actually know only like 1% of our body. There are so much more to learn. Whatever we know now, there's so much more complicated things are there which we don't know yet. And scientists are learning, researching, knowing this every day. So nothing in our body is useless. It has some function, but we don't know that yet.
Yeah.
So we just earlier termed it as useless, but it's not.
Actually, this I know now only that we know only 1%, because I was thinking that we know all parts of our body and all.
No, just even in the part of the body, like in a heart or something, there are so many things that we don't know. So many things.
Then the disease, how they treat
They
it.
are researching it and finding out the solution for a particular disease, but there are so many other things they don't know.
Mhm.
So what is it now, Vatesh? We say that we know a lot, but it's just few percentage of what's actually out there, and there is so much more to learn.
If you tell that
All
to
several thousand years to learn all space and all.
Yeah, for the past hundreds of years, we are just studying ourselves, and still we don't know.
Call me Atharva because it's my dad's Gmail.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
if you tell that to a medical student that we only know 1% of the body, they're gonna cry because it takes 7 years to become a doctor.
It becomes 10 years to become a scientist. So it's not like crying, it excites you.
They also know that they don't know complete body, but they are studying their maximum. What all
They know
things?
better than
Yeah.
anyone
Yeah.
that they
No, it
don't
is
know.
not crying like it is having curiosity.
What is
It's
it?
like you have to still go back a few more years just to do more medicine.
I didn't get it.
Already, a medical student's life is very tough
Yeah. Yeah, it's there. It's very
because
tough
it takes
because
up
they have
the
to study
entire
everything.
there. And then with the new
So this is what we were explaining.
So